Hello and good evening. This is rare for me because I have an evening video meeting and I generally try not to do an evening video meeting because, it's the end of the day. I'm tired. Chances are I want to take a nap or just be done with the day. I've got a cup of tea that hubby made me. But I have an evening meeting and I need to put on some makeup. You'll see my eyebrows are sort of done and my eyeshadow is sort of done. I need to touch it up. But I have to redo my face itself just because it's a little bit, it's the end of the day. And I kind of want to do a touch up, but I don't want to do like a big touch up. So I'm just gonna grab some, what? I haven't used this in a long time. So I think I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna go with my Wet n Wild Dewy Photo Focus. And I'm not even gonna bother with, look at me, being all controversial. I'm not even going to bother with primer because I'm just going to have this on long enough for the meeting. And then it's going to come off once that's done. And the reason the meeting is this late, because I generally don't have video meetings this late, is because the meeting is with somebody in Europe. So it's his 9 a.m. So I'm getting ready, and this is going to be a quick one. It's really just going to be a bit of a touch up, and it's just so I don't look terrible on camera. And I usually put, I have to admit, more effort into sort of video meeting makeup, but I have about, how much time do I have? About 15 minutes to get this done. So I'm just gonna push through. And I'm not bothering with, the reason I'm not bothering with, what's that stuff called? Primer, is because I don't actually need this to last longer than my meeting. Usually when my meetings are in the morning or earlier in the day, then I put on my makeup with the intention that, it's going to last the whole day on me. Or that I would want it to last the whole day on me. Wow, the coverage on this foundation, I haven't worn it in a while, is pretty intense. I'm gonna whack on a little bit of concealer here because I generally tend to have some redness in these areas. Not a lot, but, enough. So I'm just going to do that. I'd forgotten how nice this foundation is. I should use it more often. Okay. I'm going to tidy up the eyebrows. I'm going to have to redo the eyebrows after this because I got foundation all over it. And then it gets all mushy. But anyway, I had a good day today. How was your day going? As it's late in the day, hubby and I today had a date day. And it's funny because we don't date. When we were dating, we were both working, and we were working internationally overseas, and we didn't see each other a lot because we did a lot of that whole long distance thing because I'd be working in one country and he'd be working in another country. And, you know, we'd see each other maybe. We'd talk frequently, but we would probably only see each other once every between 4 to 8 weeks. So the relationship was, you know, very long distance for a good few years. And we didn't, so we never really sort of like went out on dates per se. And you know, you see a lot of people talk about, oh, you know, we're having a date, we're going out on a date night. And a few months ago, hubby decided that he wanted us to start having some dates. Just get out, do some things, have a little bit more time, you know, just doing us things, and to, you know, just not always just go out and run an errand. And the first time we did it, it was you know, it was good, but it was also kind of a bust because we were terrible at it. And we ended up not doing a very good job in that we went and did a bunch of errands. And when I posted about it on my Facebook, my dad commented and said, "That doesn't sound like a date day. That sounds like a regular errand day." And, you know, hubby had intentions of going and us doing, like, you know, checking out the mini golf and the putt-putt and a bunch of stuff. And we ended up going to the local library, and then we had lunch at a local cafe where we go and do our book club. So we ran into, you know, some book club people there, and we chatted with them, and it was all very nice. But then we kind of fizzled out after that and went home. So we kind of failed at our first date per se. And anyway, so that was very funny. And we haven't really had another date day since, because I've not been well. We've been busy, you know, and there's just been a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I know I've talked about the fact that I've not been well a lot. But, you know, it's just, it is what it is. You know, I have chronic health issues or chronic illness or whatever. And so it's kind of like part of our life, and we deal with it and we roll with it. So we really haven't done like another date thing in a while. Just a lot of appointments and errands, and, you know, we might grab a lunch at the local laksa place if we're out, that kind of thing, but no actual date. And today hubby decided, well, earlier in the week, hubby decided, I don't want you to cook, you know, today. So we're going to go out on a date and we're going to do things. So I didn't have to cook. We went to our local pub and had a burger. Oh my goodness. They have these grilled buttered garlic prawns that you can get as a side on top of a steak, so sort of like a pseudo surf and turf. And it is really, really, really good. Like, the prawns, I could just go and order the prawns on their own every time, and I would be happy. So yeah, I would totally do that. But anyway, we did that. And part of while we were out was I wanted to, I need to clean this brush. was going to use it for concealer, but it's throwing off like black. So I must have used it for eyeliner or something at some point. And instead of cleaning it, I put it somewhere it wasn't supposed to. So, well, we're not going to use that. Anyway, so where was I? So we went to the local gardens, and they have shops and touristy things there. Just some concealer on my little bit there. And anyway, so we went to the local gardens and went around. Hubby was on a mission because I was looking for these, specifically these like English mints that are sort of soft and they melt in your mouth. They're not hard, but they're kind of hard, but they melt in your mouth, and they're very, very nice, and they're wonderful. And I can't find them anywhere because they're British. Anyway, so hubby goes on a mission.
This is a reminder.
Hi, I'm back. I had to pause the recording for a little bit because our you-know-who reminders came on. So I decided to just stop the recording and I'll piece these two videos together. But anyway, so hubby was on a mission. Hubby is a problem solver. Okay, that's just who he is. If I have an issue, if there's something that needs to be done, if something needs to be fixed, you know, he will solve it. He will figure out how to fix, or he will find a solution. So I'm looking for these British mints, and I couldn't find them online. I couldn't. This is L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in bronze taupe. It is old. It's an oldie but a goodie. And anyway, so hubby was on a mission, and he said to me, he said, I think that there's a British lolly shop at the local gardens. And I said to hubby, I said, is it still there? Because it's been like, I don't know, 10 years since we've been there. We used to go a lot more frequently, but they increased their prices. So it used to be like we could get in for $80 as a family, or for two people. You know, we get the family pass for the year. But now it's gone up to almost $300 for the year, which might be reasonable for now, but it's a lot of money. So, you know, we don't go. You know, I got a little too enthusiastic with the eyeshadow there. I need to do something about that. Anyway, so we go on the hunt for you know, the what do you call, oh, my brain. I'm trying to do makeup and tell a story at the same time is not one of my core competencies. Clearly. There, that's better. I will blend. Yeah, so, you know, we went to try to look for it, and would you believe they are still there? And I found a mint. They didn't have the exact one that I was looking for, but I found something very, very similar. Same texture, same, you know, a bit hard, but melts in your mouth, but oh, so strong, but very good. So, problem-solving hubby for the win. I did get my mints, which I'm very, very happy about. And they're delicious. I use them sort of kind of like as a digestive because I have sort of, at the moment, I have an immune system issue where it affects my gut and my, all the digestive stuff, and the peppermint helps. So that's what I use it for. And yeah, I really, really like it. And it's yummy. They're yummy. I need to hurry. I have another 10 minutes to go. So yes, that's kind of what we did. And then we found the putt-putt place, which, we had intended originally to go for our date day many moons ago, but we did find it. It's near the gardens, so we will go next time on our date day and play a few rounds of mini golf and putt-putt, which will be fun. Hubby seems to think that we've done it before, but I don't remember, and I'm not sure. So maybe we have done it before. Maybe we have not. I don't know. I didn't add any extra eyeliner or, stuff from the eyeshadow stick. I'm just pulling down what was left on the brush onto my lower lash line to define it. And I need to hustle because I still have to do a few things to get ready. Brushes, there we go. So we found the putt-putt, and we had a really nice time. And I got my mints, which I'm very, very happy about. So that was good. And then we went out to lunch at the local pub. That was delicious. And then we came home. And I did some work, did some stuff, took a nap. And now I'm getting ready for a meeting that is starting in 23 minutes. And I need to go and hustle because I have to, what do you call that thing? Get signed in and logged in and do all of that, which is going to take about 10 minutes. So in reality, I don't have that much time. So I need to wrap this up. But, I was talking about before, the whole point of my channel was so that I could tell stories. And this may or may not be interesting to anyone other than myself. Maybe my mom and my family, a couple of friends, 𝐒𝐿. But yeah, so that was a little bit of contour. Just so I don't look so and puffy. I've been looking a bit puffy recently, so yes. What do I want for blush? I don't know. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do my where is it? Have I lost it? No, I put it somewhere, and there. My little sample pot of the Milk Jelly Tint blush. I am going to do that. I'm mushing it. If you've watched my video about how to apply blush, I am mushing because that stuff can be pretty pigmented. And when I made a mistake one day when I was in a hurry and I didn't pay attention and I didn't mush it in my plate to blend it into my brush, it was like crazy tinted. And I was just very blushy, just a little bit too blushy. So yes, I can talk about my blush application techniques and then still, when I'm in a hurry, forget to apply it properly. Okay. Blend. I will blend. And then I am done. And I am ready. So, yeah, I love this gelatin. Like, it looks like just such a pretty flush. I have this weird spot right here on my cheek that, for whatever reason, seems to not want to catch or dip when I apply blush. And it's on the side too, that I have to kind of go back and make sure that I apply a bit more, because otherwise it kind of looks like I've got a chunk here that's missing blush, which is just very, very odd. Okay. Blend with the Guerlain, and then I am done. I don't know why when I apply powder all over my face, I do that. I guess because I don't want anything on my lips. But anyway, so that milk jelly tint, I kind of want it, but I don't want to pay like full price for it because it's $44. So I'm going to wait for sale. And Sephora here is always having sales anyway, so I will get it eventually. Or if I can find a dupe, I might do that. But it lasts so long because it's a tint, like a lip stain, but for your cheeks. And I think it's supposed to be for your lips and cheeks, so I only use it on my cheeks. And it just sets, and it looks so beautiful. I love the way it looks. It looks natural. It like this little tint with a flush. I really, really like it. I'm actually not, I'm just going to wear this for the meeting. I will have pants on. Echo. I don't have pants on right now, so I'm not going to stand up and show you Echo. But I will put my pants on. Oh, great. Look what I just did. Serves me right for being in a hurry. Okay. All right. I am done. Thank you so much. Oh, and the tiger ears, I will take off the tiger ears before the meeting. So, thank you so much for watching. There wasn't really any point of this. I had to get ready for a meeting, and I wanted to tell you about my day. And the fact that my hubby is a problem solver. We went out on a date, and we found mints. So, thank you for watching. I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.